So, Brendan and Jared totally skipped out on the foursquare of the epicness.
Totally skipped out.
Dirt bags. Dirt with a T.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt bag. Excuse us for being seniors.
Being productive,
I'm
too.
in a senior class.
But you're not a senior.
Okay, fine. But still, I mean, you were finished by the time we came back. And you came over
Just
just a little after we came back. Close enough to the end of the Bob's Burgers episode. Yeah.
I could have walked over there, and then the time it took me to walk over, you guys would have been walking back. There would have been no point whatsoever.
We were actually afraid that, like, the popo would get called. Well, not the popo would get called, but then Brendan would show up, like, right at the end of our playing, and I'd be like, oh, I didn't get to play. So we called it. But, yeah, that was fun.
I was being productive, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to be productive tomorrow, so it's okay.
I really need to be productive tomorrow, or tonight, or every
It'll probably
day,
tomorrow. Because
actually.
I've actually been getting decent sleep,
Sleep schedules lately.
It's kind of weird. It's freaking me out.
Yeah, no, it is weird. I don't like it. I don't like being up when the sun's up. I hate it.
So, intro time. You know Ryan, Noah, Jared, but we have two special guests today. We have our roommate, Randy,
Greetings.
and then we have the amazing Brendan, our fifth roommate. He's not actually our roommate, but he crashes
But he
on our
is.
couch
He lives
way
here.
too much.
He lives here.
Actually, we had that
we need to
conversation
let
the
him know.
other day. I mean, if we're going by roommate, kind of.
What?
Yeah,
Randy's
if we're-
kind of the
If
fifth.
we're going by the order, really, Randy's kind of the fifth roommate.
Why?
Because Sarah came before you.
Yo, holy matrimony ain't happened yet, bro.
It's true. It is true.
And then Brendan came along.
Yeah.
But I just come over and make cookies every once in a while.
Yeah, you're our baker.
I
You're
am.
You're not even really a
replace
roommate.
Jared,
You're our
though.
baker.
I am about to replace Jared, but for now my role is the baker.
The replacement.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a good show.
It was. a
The
good show.
Replacements. I liked that show.
I had no idea that was a show.
It was. Indeed, it was. I never watched it at all, so I don't care about it.
Oh.
But
I was about to ask what it was about, but
It was about these twins
replacements.
that would, like, if somebody annoyed them, they would call in a replacement, and, like, the person would just disappear from their life, and then a replacement person would pop up, and they'd always be, like, really awesome at first, but then it would turn out there was some flaw with them, and so they'd ask for the other person back.
okay.
To
I
prove that
get you.
everyone belongs where they belong, because everyone is special.
Everyone's so
Everyone
special.
is special.
But you know, there are people who are special in the wrong ways, though.
No.
Well, I mean, not that special, but I guess that is
Probably gonna get some hate
special.
mail for that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know, you just aren't a internet sensation unless you get hate mail at some point.
It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, everyone,
Yeah.
you either love or you hate Donald Trump, but he just gets so much
I
publicity.
love how Donald
I mean-
Trump was like brought in within like the first 5 minutes.
We never waste time. He
You know,
always
it's
gets
election
in so
season.
fast.
It is, and everyone
Gets in
hates
so
him,
fast. Our podcast,
That's what
Hookers,
she
he
said.
just gets in everything. Really fast. Then he gets out really fast. Just in, out, in, out.
He's
That-
very quick.
Was a sexual joke.
Was it?
Yeah.
We are not a children's podcast.
No, not at all. Brendan, would you like to analyze that?
Sure, let's break this down
Right.
piece by piece.
Freud said
You know, you could just use
this.
this for your senior thesis, your whole discussion.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in
We
class
could
just
literally-
by talking.
That'd be sweet. Well, you could
Just
even bring
submit
us.
this
You could
audio,
even
yeah.
bring us in
Yeah.
and be like,
Yeah.
Exhibit A.
Yeah.
He's sexy. Has a beard. That's me.
Oh,
okay.
I thought it was me.
Yeah.
I had the beard too.
Yeah, but you're
No,
not
it was
sexy.
me
It's
in
not.
my glorious
Sarah.
As I
beard.
am. As I am.
Yes, all 5 hairs of
As
it.
I-
All 5 hairs.
No, that's just one
Noah
hair.
has
like
more
going
facial
in and out
hair.
of it.
But none of it's beard. It's all like sideburns.
You've
That's all I
got all
have.
If
Sideburns
you
and,
put
like,
us
neck beard.
together, we actually have facial hair.
No, but see, there's a
Because
space.
he's got this,
that chunk
and I've
right
got
here.
this, and
That
it
would-
works.
That's true.
You've got the
'cause
chops,
I don't have
the
like
chin.
here.
It
Yeah.
works.
So
Like
We
just,
actually have a
just
neck
outside
beard.
of your chin, like on
Mhm.
your cheek area, it
Mhm.
doesn't really have anything.
no, I have absolutely nothing. I could grow for like a month.
I can
and
give you some of my
nothing
chest
would-
hair.
True.
Uh,
You just take a
Big
little bit of the
level.
happy trail and then put that on the face.
It's not a trail. This is a freaking forest.
It's a yeah.
Yeah.
It's a forest with an arrow pointing down.
Yeah. That's for the ladies. But
This
Have you
way
ever
to
tried
joy.
waxing at all?
yeah, it sucks. Oh my gosh, waxing. It hurts so bad. There's a 45-minute video. I'm at my pastor's house, and his
That's
his
a
son.
lead-in.
Yeah, his son and a bunch of friends are like videotaping me having my chest waxed. While my pastor's in Africa, by the way, his wife is standing over me because I'm laying on the floor because it hurts,
Yeah.
and she's skyping him, and he's like, you're an idiot. But oh man, it was excruciating. It was probably the third worst decision I've ever made in my life. Yeah, it
That's
sucked.
funny.
And afterwards, I took a really hot shower.
Yeah.
Bad idea, because your pores are already hyperexposed.
Yeah.
So my chest broke out so bad, so bad. It was like my chest was in a Holocaust. Not even kidding. And so I spent the next week and a half scrubbing the crap out of my chest with a rag every day, and then I would finish with cold water because cold water closes your pores up quicker.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and it helped, but it was gross.
Still.
I will never do that. I just shave my chest now. It's gross. Ugh.
That's why we don't let you borrow our razor.
Yeah. I have my own pube trimmer, okay?
That's good.
Pubes. I have never trimmed the pubes.
Alright.
Mhm.
That's I genuinely don't want to know. I genuinely don't care what the viewers want. I don't want to know.
Well, I mean, you did not waste much time when you moved in with us. You were just like, don't let me borrow the razor to shave my chest because I will shave it all.
I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that.
I mean, it was like week 1 or 2. You were just
Yeah.
like, don't let me borrow your razor because
That's
I'll
right.
shave it
Yeah,
all.
that's right. I forgot about that. I did.
Uh,
It's funny because Jared lets me borrow his trimmer every now and again, but I only use it for my face.
yeah.
I hope you
It's
do.
'cause I know you only
Installed
use it
his
for-
trimmer,
I
too,
hope you
for
do
the
too.
face.
Yes. I need it
That's
for my
gross.
face.
Yeah, that's gross.
Uh,
I mean, it's so much nicer not to have any body hair.
It is.
No, it's just
my life.
it makes me feel less dirty when it's hot because hair is it gets wet,
Sweaty and
and sticky,
sticky,
and
yeah.
it's just I'm like, no, I ain't about that life. And two, I just
It's my life.
it's just I don't like it. It just looks bad, and so I just want it all gone.
Yeah.
And so I take it all away except for the facial hair because the ladies like the facial hair. I do too. But
Mine does not.
yeah,
So
it doesn't matter because you can't grow it.
Exactly. It works. It
Yep.
works.
Other 20 years from now, you're just gonna wake up and there's gonna be a full beard there. Just gonna when did this happen?
Yeah. Like, this is what children did to me. But it will also give her the most kick-ass, busting up trouble skills.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
I did too. I felt his hands
What?
moved. Your hands moved towards your chest, and I was like, "You're going to talk about her boobs."
Those two, but no.
That's no.
She's not an object, Ryan.
She is not an object. No.
You
No.
better not
No.
No, that's inside joke. Okay.
It's really not an inside joke.
Why
It's
is
inside
there-
trauma.
Why is there electric tape over here?
Because
Because-
we have electric tape.
And it's great to wrap the wiffle balls up with.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's, right.
right.
So
That's
much
right.
farther. We need to play one of those.
Yeah,
It's
too
true.
bad I broke it.
I mean, we went
Did
to
you?
go play, and then
Yeah.
we never ended up playing. We played Foursquare
Well, I
instead.
destroyed
It
the
was too
wiffle ball.
dark.
Yeah, it was really dark.
Yeah.
Too.
We had
couldn't
another
see the
wiffle ball
wiffle
somewhere.
And then Randy cracked our only good white one,
Yeah.
which was shattered as soon as he hit it.
But it,
Which was really
That thing
impressive,
is,
actually.
so
but it
old,
got us to Foursquare.
It
It did
did.
bring us to Foursquare.
And that's what matters.
Mhm.
I mean, we're just going to take a minute to talk about Foursquare. I mean,
Because that
yeah.
has to happen.
If you guys have not played Foursquare, it's an amazing game, and I have no idea what you've been doing with your life.
It has 4 squares.
It has 4 squares, or 4 triangles if you played at my church. But it is the most amazing game ever. Because it's played by playground children, and they're like, yay, we hit a ball into squares, woo! And then you get 6 college
Fully
students.
grown men.
Like, smash smack the crap out of the ball. And it gets really cutthroat.
We're very competitive.
Very competitive.
Competitive enough
So
to have titles.
competitive. We have
That's
titles.
true, we do.
We have titles.
Very
Randy
serious
is okay. What are all of the titles?
Ryan
Randy
the
is the
Ruthless.
quick-witted.
Yeah.
Randy the quick-witted.
Yes, indeed.
Randy the cunning.
That
Yes,
was the
that-
word.
Cunning.
That was the word. Cunning.
Randy the planner. Then we've got Jared the gimp. No,
No, it was the
No.
sniper. Is what
Jared
we
the
called
sniper.
Yeah.
The hunter. Then Noah the executioner.
Yes.
The bastard executioner. Because he will murder you like just one shot death. Then it's Ryan the merciless, or the ruthless, or the heartless, or the black-hearted, or whatever.
Anything with evil.
You can go
really
with
in
an
it, it's
evil
okay.
term. That's me, because I'll just like run up to the edge of the square and just poke the ball.
He doesn't even hit it. He just
Ah.
touches it, so he
Right.
gains
Sometimes
possession.
they're not even sure I touched it.
Because nothing changes. The path of the ball does not change. The only thing that changes is the possession. So we can't see anything. You're just like, boom, I touched it, and it lands in someone else's square.
Exactly.
Yo, Chris had a good one today. Though.
Chris
He
had
did.
a great one.
Chris was playing
We're
good,
now
especially
naming
for a
him the
first
He was
time.
a soccer player, so I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
he's super athletic. And then when he played with flip flops, and then when he rips his pants and puts shoes on, like, it was, oh yeah, he ripped his pants.
Did he?
So it was
It was
really funny.
awesome.
That's
His
new
pants.
pair of pants.
Oh.
He got really embarrassed, and he was like, "I'm gonna go change," and so he left.
And then
But-
Brendan is.
I forgot. You made a joke and called him the
I
penguin, and
called
we
him the
kind of moved
penguin.
past it because it was funny and we forgot. But
That is funny.
yeah,
I can't remember if we ever gave you a proper name. I don't think we,
we
did.
didn't. We will next game after
But
we play with you more.
Foursquare is amazing.
You stop doing homework and stuff because that's stupid. But
Yeah.
However, we are like 13 minutes in. We still haven't actually gotten onto our topic.
oh yeah,
Do we really?
Okay, well,
So-
what is our topic?
With no lead in, we're talking about the apocalypse.
That's right.
Because
Like, we talked a little bit about it when we were in the car, but like, we have an actual, like,
That's right. We were talking.
set of list of things we're going to talk about. So there are 4 major kinds of apocalypse, which we're not even going to call it apocalypse. We're going to call it Armageddon, because as we learned,
yeah.
apocalypse is a stupid name for these things, because apocalypse means a revelatory text
yes,
or prophecy.
a revelation
So,
of
like-
information.
Yeah, like Daniel is an apocalyptic text because it's a revelation, and Revelations is about the apocalypse because it's the revelation of that goes in a circle. I'm not even
Yeah.
going to talk about Revelations anymore because that line of
Yeah.
dialogue just goes in a circle. That was the Doctor Who theme song. Not at all what we were trying to do.
No.
But there are 4 mankind's. There's the nuclear Armageddon, a meteor crashing into the Earth,
Yeah.
the zombie Armageddon.
It's my favorite.
That is your favorite.
That is
Just
my
Walking Dead.
Ah,
And then what was the 4th kind? There was a 4th kind.
would it be
Poop,
something like the
plague,
being
zombie.
flooded or something?
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, it was the biblical, like,
The rapture.
end of days.
Yes.
The devil is walking the earth, demons and
The
stuff.
real one.
The real one.
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not a whole lot to talk about with that one. Like, you know, everybody pretty much agrees about what that's kind of going to look like.
Yeah. Well,
Donald-
not
Donald
yeah,
Trump.
it depends.
Whatever evil
Yeah.
being is in your religion is going to sweep over the earth, and all hell's going to break loose, literally, and that's pretty
Stuff's
much all
gonna
it
go
is.
down the drain.
Shit's going to hit the fan. Like, Armageddon.
Hopefully he doesn't make that noise when he does it. Though.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't take him.
That sounds that sounds like
The
explosive
devil just comes out of
diarrhea.
hell.
I would literally laugh at him. I'm like, all right,
I would
dudes,
too.
we're good. Can we go? Like,
Let's go to heaven. This guy's not a threat. So there's not a whole lot of dialogue with that one. But, like, with the other ones, there's a little more to discuss there. So, we'll start with the zombie apocalypse.
yes.
Since
All
that's your
right.
favorite.
I'm a professional with
You are a
this.
professional
All
with
right.
the zombies.
All right.
So take it away, Mr.
All right.
Walking
Well,
Dead.
what do you want to know first? Like how it starts?
Well, okay.
Because there's
there's few
so many
ideas
different ways that this could start.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll take it all the way back to the Resident Evil because that seems to be like the first beginning of like popular I say popular because there was like Dawn of the Dead and stuff.
Okay,
like
so
that,
we're going
but
with
popular.
the virus version.
Well, that seems to be the most logical explanation because,
It is
especially like with
Yeah.
our technology today, and like people are starting to do some really shady things. Like, who was it? Russia bombed a hospital. Was it Russia or Syria? I think it was Russia. Didn't they bomb a hospital in Syria? I don't know. Point being,
Russia
point
bombed
being,
a hospital in Syria.
I don't know. Somebody bombed a hospital and everybody's pissed. But point being is that like people are starting to not care, and what I mean by that is like I'm without a doubt, especially in America and like countries that hate us, they're probably doing like biochemical warfare already. Like they're developing these things,
Yeah.
vaccines and stuff like that. And so the T virus would probably be the most logical concept
Yeah.
outside of like the Will Smith like I Am Legend version, to where like he tried to make a cure for something and it backfired and like it
Is
mutated.
that what it was?
Yeah, it was Will Smith.
Oh yeah,
Like-
cure for cancer back. Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was.
That's way less shocking than I remembered it being.
Yes, and
I
so
was like, what?
because there's no actual explanation for Walking Dead. It's just like you die and become a zombie. Oh
It's like
crap!
there's a virus that's in everybody. And
Yeah.
when you
And
die,
so-
it activates.
That's like HPV or something like that. Like
Something
you
like
know,
that, yeah.
no. But not that HPV is in everybody, but like that people can carry it and not know it. Anyways, point being is that that's probably the most logical. So it would most likely start out in some type of facility unless it was used on a large area of people. And if that's so, then they would probably start in an airport, a major airport
Probably.
like New York
Yeah.
or London or some major city like that will go to multiple countries, because that way it spreads all over the world. If you want to destroy the world, if you want to just kill one country, you would probably start in like the center of the country,
Yeah.
of like a airport in the center of the country
Yeah.
that's flying.
I
Doing
wouldn't
layovers and stuff
necessarily
like that.
do it in the middle of America though, because in the middle of America there's like nothing.
No, well,
Maybe
yeah,
Dallas.
there's Texas. So yeah, but they would still fly to Mexico, things like that.
Yeah.
But point being is, if you do it in the airport, it's probably going to, spread to other countries.
Yeah.
So it's going to take over the world. But the chances of this happening are actually probably really slim unless it breaks out first, and then like a lot of people have it, and then people start to turn. Because the thing is once these signs break out, because the whole world is already like zombie apocalypse ready.
Uh-huh.
Like the first zombie that comes up, like the dude in Florida, they're gonna kill him, and then it'll be done.
Yeah.
Like they'll kill everyone, and I'm sure that we'll probably nuke a few cities if that happens.
Oh, yeah.
But so it's probably the least likely out of everything, just because it's so like we're all zombie aware.
Yeah, we're very zombie aware. We have
but
multiple survival books.
Yes, indeed. However, if it were to happen, if it were to like slip through the cracks, probably like it would be one of those things where like the army would probably call martial law straight up in America.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
just say it's focused in America right now, because I don't care about other countries. 'Cause I'm not over there, so I don't care. But like army would call martial, like the military would be martial law straight up. We would all probably go into camps. Well, people in the city would. It'd probably be Resident Evil, like Raccoon City,
Yeah.
where like they would block off the city and kill everyone in it. After a certain point, like that's the smartest thing to do, to be straight up. But if it proceeds past that and spreads to multiple cities, then like the whole world would probably get involved to stop this from spreading elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, really unlikely that it would happen.
Yeah.
So to go past that, I hope I would survive. Like it's almost like everyone who likes the zombies like wants a zombie apocalypse to happen just to see how long you'd survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do, even though I know it's not gonna happen because like everyone's aware of it. But I'd like to make a game and see how long I survive, like a real life simulation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind
It's
of like.
kind of like the Red Dawn thing,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, once Red Dawn came out, everyone was like, come on, North
Yeah.
Korea,
Oh, dude.
invade us.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how badass I can be.
Wolverines!
Wolverines!
That was actually the remake with
Yeah.
Thor.
I
And,
haven't
Yeah.
seen the original.
Drake. Was it Drake or Josh? Yeah, Drake. Was
It was
Josh?
Josh.
I don't know. Yeah.
Josh
anyway,
Peck.
he got really skinny. It was cool.
He did.
And it was a really good movie.
It was.
Spoiler alert. Close your ears if you want to watch the movie and haven't seen it yet. Thor gets shot in the head. It was great. It was really epic.
Sniped
Yeah.
so hard.
And you're like,
Yeah.
Thor! No, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's freaking dead!
I love
course he had
how
to
Josh
reincarnate his
Peck
Thor.
gave
Yeah.
his speech at the end, though.
Oh man,
That was
so good.
awesome.
Oh, it was so good. You gotta watch the movie, even though you know Thor dies now.
I should watch that again. I haven't watched
It's
it yet.
so
in a while.
good. All of us at the table have seen
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
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 Well,
Brendan hasn't seen it.
Brendan
Oh,
hasn't
even say
Brendan
it.
hasn't talked the whole time.
Yeah.
Brendan,
that's
say
true. We
something.
need to get
Say
Brendan in
something.
on this.
Speak.
What do you want me to say?
That's what I want you to say.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna take away meteor apocalypse.
Okay.
What if we get hit by Halley's comet?
Well, I feel like you'd have to.
No, actually, I lied. We want you to tell us about nuclear apocalypse.
You played enough.
Because you played enough Fallout. Tell us about nuclear death.
Well, I know radiation kills people a lot faster than in most games. So.
There is that.
There's no Radix in real life.
Once you're irradiated,
Radiation also
you're-
doesn't kill you that fast in
pretty
real
done.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it does a lot of mutations and stuff, so that's fun.
So it's like-
Yeah, the super mutants are not so far fetched.
Although I feel like mutations would probably end up killing people before
Yeah.
they turn them into something that was more dangerous.
It's like you're gonna get irradiated, get
That's
cancer,
where-
and die.
That's where I think the ghouls are actually more accurate than like. Well, okay. I don't
Nuclear
really know.
apocalypse becomes zombie apocalypse.
That's one of the things.
Like that would make that makes a
Oh,
lot of
snap.
sense actually.
That
Yeah.
doesn't
Like-
it make sense?
I don't want to fight those ghouls though, man. They're mean.
Yeah.
The glowing ones that explode.
But
Those
they're
are
not
all-
nearly as bad as Tokyo ghouls.
Yeah, those.
Like,
those-
let's be real.
Yeah.
What are
Those-
those?
That's anime.
Tokyo Ghoul is my show. I love that show. I need to see when the next season comes out. I need to know when Tokyo Re comes out.
Okay,
That's
well,
awesome.
Ryan does that.
I'm not looking it up right now.
Okay.
But like, they look like people, but secretly they have to eat people,
Wow.
and it's the only way they can survive. It's really not their choice. It's like a vampire. They don't want to eat people, but they have to eat people, and a lot of them are friends with people. But then, a lot of them are like, yeah, human flesh. Let's do this thing, and they just eat people for fun.
Nom nom nom.
Those are the ones that ghoul agencies hunt down and are like, nope, you're making a bad name for us. We're gonna have to put you in the ground.
Yeah.
But like, they can have like tentacles that come out of their back, or like wings that come out of their back, or this awesome fire stuff that shoots crystals.
Wow. Or centipedes.
Or there's the Kakujo. When they eat each other, they take on so many of the cells that make them ghouls that they actually become like evolved ghouls, and they actually like create masks out of their powers, and they have superpowers, and they have like this anyway, it's difficult to explain if you don't watch the show.
There's a lot of stuff to it, apparently.
Yeah.
But I was actually pretty highly ranked in the quiz up for the show, like the official quiz for the show.
Well,
I know stuff.
moving away from anime.
Moving away
and
from
back
anime,
Back
to
to-
apocalyptic
because we could have a
conversation.
whole other podcast
Yeah.
about anime.
Well, I watch a lot of anime too. You guys don't though, so it's
No.
okay. And I'm
Well,
pretty
three of
sure
us do.
like
Yeah.
75% of people that listen to this, if not 100%, depending on how many people actually listen to this, don't watch it.
Mm.
But then there's gonna be that one guy that's like listening to this right now, and he's gonna be like, "I freaking watch anime," and I'm gonna be like,
currently, 50% of our audience watches anime.
"Really,
Currently,
really? You guys are sexy. If any of you are girls, right on."
one of them is.
Oh snap! I'm talking to you right now.
That is my woman.
Oh, okay. I'm not talking. Hey, Leah. How are you? Ryan's cool. He's sorry.
Yes, I know. But that is a
Anyways.
whole other thing.
Anyways, back nuclear and Bush just terms nuclear.
It is
Nuke-
nuclear.
I know.
Nuclear.
There's no second U. I know. It's a joke.
Nuclear is the bad one. There's
Hashtag
no
JK.
U in it. Oh, never mind. I just pulled out of that. Nope. There's
Yeah, you see
there's
this
a
look I'm
first
giving you.
one.
Okay,
There's a first one.
nuclear conversation.
It's
Let's go.
to be announced.
All right.
when-
Nuclear Armageddon. Tell us about it.
Well, I know one theory I've heard is like all of the nuclear bombs across the world just get set off in their bunkers. That could be a pretty brutal way to go.
I feel like the Earth would shatter at just that point. It's just
Yeah.
we're going. Bye
I think
bye.
that kind of
We
is
have
the
it-
theory.
it's like-
is that it'll just break the Earth.
Yeah, it's like congratulations. There's another sun in the solar system.
Yay!
Yeah.
And no one alive.
No, we straight up all died.
There's
yeah.
a Tsar bomb.
And that's part of why I don't think it's possible, is because God isn't gonna let that crap happen.
True.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, there are a lot of Christians that are like, alien life is possible. We can't be conceited enough to think we're the only planet. But at the same time, it's like, this is how I think about the universe. God made us, and then he made the rest of the universe. And he was like, all right, you can't see it right now because you're still wearing a bear skin, but eventually you'll get to the point that you can see this stuff. And then you will know how awesome I am and how much I love you. And then you're going to get this idea that I didn't make it all. And somebody's going to have to slap you in the face.
And it goes the other direction too, because like you go down to cellular levels, and like more and more people are finding machines inside of cells now.
It's magic. God is a ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say that you made a slight you maybe have slightly misspoken, because God created the heavens and the earth before He created man.
Well, okay, yes.
So
But I'm saying
yeah.
yes.
But just
I'm
for
not-
anyone who's
I'm not
Bible
messing up
knowledge
the
out
order. Not messing up the order.
Just
God
so you
created
know.
the heavens and the earth first.
there, yeah.
Mhm.
But God made the universe as a love letter to humanity, is what I'm saying. He's like, this is a bouquet of roses for you.
Side note: post-apocalyptic. I cannot wait to like heaven, because He's gonna remake the heavens and the earth,
He's
right?
gonna make everything.
So that's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
So and when I hear heavens and the earth, it's gonna be like the universe, this realm that we live in right now.
I want to eat Jupiter.
And so that's a Titan painting thing, lore. Yeah, Roman thing. Anyways, and so I'm super stoked to like be in eternity and and be like, yo, Jesus, I want to go to Mars. Can we go? Yeah, we got all day.
Yeah, man, let's
We
go.
have the rest of eternity. Let's go check out Mars.
Let's take a stroll to Mars.
And then, like, I'll be on the wings of eagles, flying away, like that song "Hero"
Mm.
by Nickelback, or Chad Kroger and Santana. I like Nickelback, by the way.
Nickelback doesn't suck.
Yeah, but everyone else hates him because
I don't get it.
It's like the biggest complaint is they all sound the same, and I'm like, they all sound good. So, yeah, haters gonna hate. Anyways, nuclear. I'm gonna start saying it for real. Nuclear.
So here's the big question with nuclear in the scope of Fallout, because really, for most of popular culture, that's what we think of is either Fallout or like Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
that's
Yeah.
what we think of. Mad Max, Fury Road, witness me. I've never actually seen that movie, so
It's a
I'm
good movie, actually. I really
just throwing
enjoyed
out
it.
all the memes because
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I heard it was just like basically one long car scene. Like it was just like one long trek.
It's really good.
Cars.
Yeah,
This
it's
is how
really
I've heard
good.
it described. Snort a cubic foot of cocaine and then jump into a grease fire. And you have watched Mad Max Fury Road.
It's a very interesting description.
That is how I've heard it described.
Randy's
Oh.
gears are turning right now.
I wonder how someone figured out what that's like.
Well,
I don't know.
coming from the perspective of someone who has snorted many things in their life, that movie was not as terrible as jumping into a grease fire all high.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. Let's do it.
I mean, even freaking Cinema Sins was like, yeah, this was a pretty great movie.
Was that
Hollywood
you?
did not
Wasn't
offer
me.
produce this.
Wasn't me.
Somebody farted. We're trying to figure out who it was.
I thought
Wasn't me.
vibrations come from this drink.
I think it was
Smooth
just somebody
vibrations.
sliding on their chair.
No, I just really farted really hard. I'm
Oh.
sorry, guys.
Good
Yeah.
job.
It was
Wow.
like it was about as bad as the one you did earlier.
I'm thirsty.
I am too.
That has nothing to do with this conversation, but I'm thirsty.
AFK, getting drinks.
Okay.
Woo! Drink time! Except we don't have tea, so
All we have is water.
we have water and milk.
I'm on a fast.
Water and milk.
Malk.
Milk.
He needs some milk.
We're all saying the same thing, Josh. No, we're not. You're saying milk. I'm saying milk. He's saying milk.
Okay, the
Milk.
man is Malk.
Sorry, Dad.
My wife.
My white friends.
I'm getting water.
Woo! All the background
Hey,
noise.
how long are these podcasts?
Long
about
as we want
45
on the
minutes
day.
to an hour.
How long have we been doing it?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Oh snap! We're already almost done. We ready to talk about meteoric.
We haven't even talked about meteors or there are 4.
Wasn't the fourth one actually
The
aliens?
fourth one was the meteor
Yeah, because we kind of smoothed past the revelation.
or aliens.
Oh well.
We didn't talk about aliens coming and destroying the Earth.
That's kind of stupid though, because let's say aliens are real, which I don't really have any super big opinion on. If they are truly real, and aliens like truly did do stuff to like help our society advance, it'd be stupid for them to obliterate us. Now enslavement, that might be a thing.
Yeah.
That's assuming that
They have better
aliens
technology.
did
than
help
us.
us.
Yeah, that's also into that assumption.
But we will get to aliens next. We have not finished the nuclear discussion. I didn't ask the big question that I
Oh.
said was existing. The big question. The big question is, would we be able to inhabit this place at all?
Depends on how big of a nuclear holocaust.
Because, like, in
what
Fallout,
you have
there's a lot of places you
provided
can just
for you.
walk around and totally be okay. You won't grow a second head like that cow that you're using to haul all your gear. Like,
Yeah.
do you guys think we'd
It's called
actually
a
be able to
Brahmin,
walk
by the way.
around? I know it's called a Brahmin
Okay.
because a Brahmin
It's a type of bull.
is a Buddhist holy man.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a type of bull.
And so the cows are holy because if
Oh,
you reincarnate
wait.
into a cow, you done good.
That's not
So
Buddhism.
a
That's Hindu.
two-headed cow is a Brahmin.
That's Hindu.
It's Hindu. It's Buddhism.
Is
it's,
it? I didn't know Buddhism
Buddhism started in
cared about
India
cows. Oh, okay. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Siddhartha Gautama was a Hindu prince that was like, Hinduism sucks. I'm gonna go start a new religion.
Well, let's take this to a different perspective.
So could we
Let's
walk
look
around?
at Hiroshima. Okay, so now I don't
Yep.
know all the facts on this, so somebody might want to help me out.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Hiroshima would probably be the best because Nagasaki was completely unnecessary, by the way. But
It was. I'm looking it up.
did everyone in that city die
No,
when they dropped
No.
the bomb?
they didn't.
Nope.
But the radiation definitely made it past the outskirts of the city. Okay.
Yeah, like
So-
Chernobyl too.
Right. So, point being is that there will most likely be some survivors in some areas.
Yeah.
Okay, assuming that some places get irradiated less than others. Some people are probably going to be able to make it to caves and stuff like that. Like, in a nuclear holocaust, we're probably going to at least have some sort of warning.
Yeah,
Like, and somebody's going to let us know that somebody's shooting bombs at us.
yeah.
So,
And if that really becomes an issue, it will be more like Fallout, where we'll have like shelters all over the place.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we have some already because back in during the Cold
Yeah.
War and
Yeah.
or the Cuban Missile Crisis,
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Cold
there's
War era,
huge
like
thing.
everyone was making
Yeah, there's
walls.
shelters.
You're having, like,
There's
nuclear
shelters all
drills.
over the place.
Yeah,
Like
so now
So probably yeah, because as we're talking about that, I'm thinking about it. It only took out Hiroshima. It
Yeah.
only took out Chernobyl.
yeah,
So the area around there, like, you have
Like-
the epicenter of your explosion, but then around there you're okay.
Like you could have a lot of rural areas that
Yeah.
are just completely fine.
Yeah, like Appalachia is probably going to be just fine.
I feel like mountains or like really dense forests or rainforests would be like really good because if you're in a mountains, well, you're up high.
yeah,
And if you're in a rainforest, I feel like a lot of the plant and animal life will absorb a lot of the radiation, so you won't get as much.
well, you also have to
However,
worry
it
like
will be irradiated.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You also have to worry about too like the radiation in the air flying because like
Yeah,
even
moving.
yeah because even though you have your immediate dead zone where the bomb hits, then
Yeah.
you have like an expanse of just the radiation that
Mhm.
you can't live in because of the irradiation.
Because
Yeah.
like that was a big scare back when they had that nuclear meltdown in
The
Japan.
Fukushima.
Was
Wow.
like, this might move.
Mm-hmm.
We need to contain this. But what was the name of that website that I used?
Oh, what was that?
Oh, the one where you're talking about the bomb,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
the one you got blacklisted
that-
from, probably.
I didn't get
Yeah,
blacklisted.
no, dude, we probably have like the CIA. 80% of our viewers are CIA agents, like listening in on this.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Because you freaking went on that website trying to blow up North, or like, what was it, DC?
Well, okay, I started with Virginia Beach, and then I went to D.C. Okay, there is a website where you can see what would happen if a place got bombed. With a nuclear explosion, you can figure out what tonnage the bomb is, if it's an airburst, stuff like that.
Airburst the way to go.
Airburst is the way to go. You suck the oxygen up, you get a lot of...
Don't do this at home, or ever, anywhere, by the way. At all.
Nuclear weapons are just wrong, but that's my opinion.
It should be everyone's opinion. BT dubs.
But
Bows and
yes.
arrows are cool.
So, nuclear apocalypse. But then there are aliens. You can't see it, but I'm doing the History Channel thing. Aliens.
Oh, and we also forgot, what about machines?
Oh, like
Oh,
Skynet,
AI.
Terminator.
I feel
Actually,
like we gotta
did
kind
you
of
see
tie
that-
them in
did
with...
you
Okay, foreign beings.
Okay. That's
Aliens and robots.
Did you see that AI thing
Or
with,
Cylons.
with Microsoft?
Alien robots.
Oh wait, the one that where they made a
Yeah.
Twitter bot and it wanted to destroy the world and loved Hitler within 24 hours. It was psycho nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, because we had this discussion in my British Lit class. If you take survival of the fittest, Darwinism to its fullest extent, you really think about it strictly logically, Hitler was the good guy.
it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the German people right before, even during World War One, was really into social Darwinism, and
Yeah.
there was massacres in Africa before World War II even
Yeah.
happened.
Hitler was the good guy. The Hutus were the good guys, because they're speeding up the evolutionary process by taking out the weak ones. It makes sense.
Well, the thing is
But
that
it's heinous.
the thing is that Hitler wasn't necessarily following social Darwinism, though. He was following his own political agenda, and the Jews were just a target.
They were a target, but his furthering the Aryan race, maybe they're not the best. We had this discussion in our car cast. We were talking about how white people are like the worst people racially because we're slower than the blacks, dumber than the Asians, and poorer than the Jews. We suck. But, from his perspective, Aryans were the best. And so, in trying to preserve the Aryan race, he was advancing the human race by taking out everything but perfection.
That's if you're following social Darwinism, by the way.
Which, obviously, as soon as you slap any kind of moral lens on it, he's the bad guy. He was totally wrong.
Well, yeah, he killed.
Anytime
like
you
6
massacre
million Jews.
a bunch of people, you're the wrong person. But, from a logical standpoint, if we view Darwinian theory as the accurate thing, he was right. He was the good guy. America sucks because we stopped him. And that's why God is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, if you take it the other logical direction, if America could stop him, they were superior.
True.
Oh snap!
That is true.
Oh
if you-
snap! And it was the
um,
melting pot.
Yeah. Well, if you look at it,
We're all
Hitler,
the same.
Hitler was always kind of jealous of the U.S. and the immigration thing because he kept complaining about all the good Aryans and the Germans leaving Germany and stuff and going to the U.S. and he was always upset about it.
Yeah.
So that was
Weird.
kind of his. They all went over there. It's not their fault.
And
We have
that's why
autographs.
the aliens want to come to Earth too.
Yes, absolutely.
Aliens.
America.
But, okay, so which do you think is more likely? Aliens or robots?
robots.
I would say robots, just because
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe in aliens. Like I don't I don't have any major reason to disbelieve in aliens. Like even in the Bible, it doesn't say aliens aren't real.
Yeah.
But I think robots would be a lot more
A lot more
probable.
believable.
Probable is the word
Yeah.
I was thinking of, because like they were talking about the Twitter bot.
Yeah.
Robot. If a robot has a developing AI that looks at humanity and says, "You're destroying this planet. We need to stop you," because we
Yeah.
are destroying this planet.
We get the what was it? What was the Avengers movie?
Age of
Ultron. Yeah, we get Ultron.
Like if Watson, IBM's new learning robot, like if that one turned into like Ultron and then inhabited like one of those AI or one of those bots that they're creating, because they're always creating new bots.
Yeah,
they've got like those dogs
Took over
that
Predator
are supposed
drones.
to. Yeah,
That's all
if
he
it took
had.
over Predator drones, we'd be
Lort.
screwed.
Lort.
So yeah, I mean that seems a lot more probable to me, because I mean we've seen a lot of our universe. There's so much of our universe that we can't see it all, not yet, but
Never will either.
But yeah, but from what we've seen, we haven't come across any evidence of yes, there are definitely aliens out here.
Yeah.
So,
and it's funny because like we know more about the universe than we do about the bottom of the sea.
Yeah,
it's true.
Which is
a weird thought.
Yeah, it's really weird because like I want to know what's down there.
Yeah,
There might be like Atlantis. That'd be
There
sweet.
could be aliens underneath already, just living in the ocean.
That's part
I
of
don't
the
think they'd be
weird thing
aliens at that
too. Is
point.
it's
They'd be
easier
fish.
to go to
Yeah.
space
Fishmen.
It's
than
cheaper.
to actually cover the entire surface of our own
It
planet.
is cheaper to go into space than it is to go to the bottom of the ocean.
It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if dinosaurs are really just sea creatures we haven't discovered yet.
Or what?
Just
Sea
sea creatures we
creatures.
haven't discovered yet.
Some of them.
Well, wait,
Like-
hold on. That wouldn't necessarily make sense because
It happened.
I really
Past
hope that
it.
came on the freaking podcast.
Yeah.
But the T-Rex, there was no way that thing could have been a swimmer. He
He
had
didn't
little
have to
arms and
swim.
a giant head.
Yeah, but he didn't have to swim.
What if he just
His
like
giant
walks
head could
on,
have made him sink to the bottom.
just like walks on the bottom?
I don't think
He's got powerful enough legs to push against the pressure of the water.
I don't think that's logical at all. But okay, that's a really cool thought though. But no, I don't think that's.
But we don't know any cartilage structures though, because those would have degraded. We only have bone structures.
It's true. They
Yeah.
could have been like really dense, so that
That's
they'd
true.
stay at the bottom.
That's true.
But then,
I guess, but you can probably assume their cartilage structure based off their bone structure.
But you can't assume musculature.
Yeah,
No, you can't.
that is a problem with modern ideas of what dinosaurs look like.
Right, but
You
if
have
they're going to be,
you have guesses, but you don't know exactly because of what the muscular structure was
Right.
like.
That's
But
why
if they're
I
gonna be
love the
anywhere
picture of
consistent-
Puffysaurus Rex.
if they're going to be
It's
anywhere
so good.
consistent with the rest of anatomy, like
Yeah,
of all existence,
yeah,
then they're probably going to be somewhat relevant to what we haven't imagined.
Yeah.
Somewhat relevant. But like you look at Jurassic Park, there is no fat on that T-Rex. That T-Rex is like 99.99%. He had some creatine, like Jack.
You gotta think, all he does is chase food, and he's on an all-Atkins
Jackosaurus
diet,
Rex.
so
Yeah.
he's taking in no carbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude's got a pretty, he's got high
Yeah, but you
cholesterol,
even
but
get like Apatosaurus or a Brontosaurus. Like they're herbivores, and they still are like jacked.
yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. So yeah, Dilophosaurus, they're cool. They
We just basically put skin over their skeleton, and we're like Jurassic Park.
kill people.
But
yeah.
back to aliens. I saw an amazing post on the Tumblr, because Tumblr's a scary place, but sometimes you find really cool stuff. And there was this awesome post about what if aliens are afraid of us?
it would be interesting.
Because like we're always the little no, don't hurt me. But what if we are the terrifying ones? Because think about it. Even just like among the animal kingdom, most animals, they break their leg, they are dead.
Mm-hmm.
We break our leg, even if we don't get a cast on it, we'll live.
Well, now, that would be, I guess, more probable if they can make it to our planet, then they would be more technologically advanced than us. So there wouldn't be any realistic.
Yeah, but I'm not necessarily saying they come to us. Like we could go to them, but like we are above aliens. Because like we always envision ourselves as being the inferior race. But what if we are?
Well, but what I'm saying is the
Even
whole
then,
precipice
like-
behind that is them coming to Earth. Now,
But
if they
what
make it
it's
to Earth,
VeggieTales?
I've never seen VeggieTales, so I don't know.
What if it's a bunch of living veggies, and they just have space tech, and they come to our planet in their starship, but it's a cucumber? and they land in California.
Well, they're
And a
gone
dog.
because of the
And
vegan.
it's just like, veggies. Nah. Veganism for the win. That is the only rational support for veganism, is to defend against the veggie aliens.
Smothered
like,
in cheese. You don't get anybody.
We have too many teeth, so we weld metal into our mouths to fix the problem. We will not die of anything that doesn't kill us immediately. To an extent. Like, almost anything that doesn't kill us immediately, we will recover.
Cancer.
He said almost.
Cancer
And
is...
that's a 50-50.
Diseases don't count. But, like, you get shot, you'll recover from that if you didn't die. You break your leg, you'll recover from that if you didn't die. I shattered my entire right hemisphere of my skull, and there was no surgery, there was nothing. My head fixed itself. And, like, back in the old days, we were still hunter-gatherers. We didn't have to kill the animal. We could just run it down. Because they had to rest, and we could just keep going. We just keep following them, just walk after them, and they would die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, humans are weird. We have actually a really short gestation period in the grand terms of nature. Like, 9 months recovery time to have a kid, that's really fast. Like, elephants take forever.
It's like 200
Whales
years.
take forever.
Those are also animals that are a lot bigger than us too.
They're a lot bigger than us, but
So
I mean,
they take
there
longer
are
to
even
develop.
smaller animals that take longer than us. Like rabbits are insane. Rabbits just reproduce forever, but like we reproduce really fast, and we are really resilient, and our bites can kill other human beings. Like, there's enough bacteria in our mouth, assuming you don't have proper, dental hygiene. Your average American person can give you an infection just from biting you.
Brush your teeth, America.
Brush your teeth, America. You don't want to kill people with your bites.
Make sure to floss.
Make sure to floss.
I don't know.
I took all
I
of
never
Jared's
floss. I
floss.
mean-
Took all of my floss last night. Just to tie it
Just
around
to tie
people's
it around
feet.
people's feet.
It was very productive.
It was very
Oh,
productive.
yeah.
We were watching Man from U.N.C.L.E. I felt spy-y.
So you used
Naturally, you had to use dental floss for it.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally.
Which kept coming undone.
It did.
Because you didn't
did.
tie it right, Ryan. You messed up.
Very nice.
But I agree. Robots are probably the more likely threat to humanity.
Mhm.
But like, I appreciate that thought is floating around in people's heads because it's leading to some really great movies, like with really good philosophies. Like Chappie was a great movie.
I hated Chappie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you
I
hate
just
Chappie?
didn't find it entertaining. Like,
It wasn't entertaining. No, it really wasn't that entertaining. But it was a great philosophical quarry.
I mean, I don't know.
That's the thing. I like art. I like art films. I can
I don't-
approach it from a strictly mental standpoint.
I don't think it's a possibility for someone to take their consciousness and put it into a different thing, unless you literally take your brain and put it into a different thing.
I really kind of disagree with that too. Because it would need to be a biocomputer. Like
Yeah.
there was a whole game theory about that, and I swear that man, does he have a PhD?
No, he doesn't.
He needs a PhD.
He has I think he has a bachelor's in.
That's it.
And well, hold on. He has a bachelor's in like, I think it's biomolecular science or
That's
something
right. We
like
looked
that.
this up. He's got like a degree in biochem.
Yeah,
and
like
then
biomolecular chemistry or something like
a
that.
master's in something.
Yeah, and a master's in something completely irrelevant.
He really deserves a doctorate for all of the education he has brought to the world.
Or at least a doctorate in talking about things. Like, you can explain the crap
so
out of anything.
he had a game theory about the genetic memory from Assassin's Creed, and he was talking about how they have the
Animus?
not the Animus, like biocomputers. They can actually like store brain stuff. Like you actually can do what they did on Chappie. They have done it so far. It takes a lot of power, and they can't store much. They haven't really gotten to the point to where you can have like a flash drive with your memories, but like they can do it. They have done it.
That's kind of scary.
It is really
Because that
scary.
means they can take it from you,
yes.
and you wouldn't even
Does.
know.
It's like the Black Ops 3. You just touch somebody's head and you absorb their memories,
Yeah.
which is a really scary thought.
But we
But
still
yeah.
don't really understand how memories are stored all the way.
We don't. You talked about that in the video. How like they're stored, to my understanding. The way you store a memory is your brain learns to recognize a pattern of chemicals being fired off by an electrical synapse.
Yep.
And that makes no sense.
Because we literally just have a bunch of neurons connected.
It's
like
just
a
electrical
switchboard.
pulses. It's
Yep.
ones and well, that's part of the
It's
thing
not
too.
even ones.
We're not
it's
ones
just,
and zeros.
It's just on or off.
It's like, but then it's not too. Like it's more complex than that because there are like different neurotransmitters and stuff that are set off by the 1 and the 0. So it's a 1, a 0, and then a cytosine, dopamine,
And you also have
Admin.
inhibitory neurons, which
yeah.
yep.
So you got all this stuff going on in the brain. It's such a and
It is.
people think that happened by chance. Ugh, disgust me.
All our psych drugs happen by chance mostly. One day it was like, hey, let's see what this does.
Says the psych major.
Let's mix these chemicals together and snort it.
Chemical biology.
It's actually really scary to read how they develop most of those things because they're like, let's see if this works. Oh, look, it did. Let's try and figure out why.
Let's
Well,
take some
that's
mold off of
how-
some cheese
That's how a
and
lot of
stick it in this
medicines
kid.
were made. Like back in the day, that's how a lot of medicines were made.
Yeah.
Like herbal medicines, like this helps bleeding. How do you know? Because we thought it might work one day 1,000 years ago. Like that's how a lot of herbal
Witch
medicines. Are made.
hazel.
It's so good on tattoos. Witch
That's
hazel.
one of the magical things of Brendan, dear listeners. He is a wizard, so like he knows all of the things that we were just talking about with the herbal remedies.
Ah,
He knows
yes.
these things.
An apothecary.
He's an
Yes.
apothecary. He made us a potion that was sitting in our refrigerator for like 2 months. We finished it off last night. It tasted so weird, but man, was I regular.
Like clockwork.
I was regular. It was magic.
You did call it a potion.
I did.
It was a potion.
Can you make me a love potion?
I'll work on
Just
it.
keep
All right.
drinking the water.
There's somebody I want.
Drink the Regent water.
Ah.
Do not use Tony's filter. That's his problem. He's using the filter.
There
Oh,
you go.
no.
Yeah, but that's a dirty filter too.
No, he actually brought a
Oh, that's right. He did change a new one. Okay.
There's your problem.
Ah.
There's your problem. You can't
It's
use the filter on
They didn't
Regent
break up
water.
until after he bought a new filter. Oh, snap.
That's so bad.
But
true.
That's
oh
my
gosh.
Telling
Oh,
everyone.
that is true.
That is perfect.
Oh, I hope Tony hears this one day.
That is an inside joke. Should we explain it
Okay.
to the listeners?
So okay, let's do the whole precipice of the Regent Water. The college that we all go to is a Christian college. And Christian colleges love to try to get you married. It's really kind of irritating, actually.
Weird.
But one of the running jokes that is so old and terrible, it's not even funny. They're like, hey, the Regent Water. There's something in the water that makes you or gives you a ring by spring. So our other roommate, who was not present at the time, or else I wouldn't be talking this loudly, but he got into a relationship with a female because he's not
You
gay.
have to stress female.
Yes, and
It's kind of sad when you have to.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to be
moving on.
honest.
Moving past.
Anyways,
that.
yes.
He recently bought a filter to the water picture that he has, and before then he hadn't changed it in like a year. Okay, so the filter wasn't doing anything at all, and then he changed it halfway through the relationship that he was in, and then they break up. Hence why it's hilarious, because he was no longer drinking unfiltered Regent water. He was drinking filtered water, where all the love potion-y stuff in the water is gone.
What's there? I mean, I think it's
Yeah, it's stuck in a filter. If he eats the filter, he's getting laid.
Yes. Do not put that idea out there. That worked for Jared.
How many filters did you have to eat for that one?
Enough. And make bacon.
Yeah,
That's
bacon.
really all Jared did. That's all Jared does. She shows up, bacon.
Hey, do we have any more pasta?
Yes.
Oh, snap, Ev Kagan.
Randy's getting him some pasta.
That was
Oh
good
yeah,
pasta,
it
man.
was. It was good
That was
pasta.
pretty good.
We had like some tomato pesto pasta for dinner. It was so good.
Ooh.
Tell him who
Can I
made
have
it.
that? Huh?
Tell him who made it.
Randy made the pasta.
All right.
Because we are a very culinary room.
We are.
A very culinary 3/4 of a room.
Yeah.
One, Tony can
Actually, can we
He
say?
can bake.
Can we say? That's true.
He can bake.
Yeah, he can bake. He,
Everything that I've had, he can bake. There's silence, but he can bake.
he can bake. Yeah.
I've had a cake.
With cinnamon?
No, it was still batter. He thought he cooked it. It was batter.
So what's wrong with batter? Batter's delicious.
It was disgusting.
Batter is delicious.
I'm
I
back.
mean, it's like eating raw cookie dough. I mean, raw cookie dough is great.
It's awesome.
We're a mostly
I love it.
culinary room.
We will say that my baking makes up for anything Stacy does.
Yeah. When me and the Wiz, the wizard,
Yes.
get in the kitchen though, interesting things happen.
That was pretty good. What was it? You made those like? It wasn't fajitas.
Oh yeah.
Aren't they like spicy tacos?
Our fajita style taco
Yeah.
burritos.
Those
Yeah.
were good.
Tacorito.
We like made it up fajita style, and then we wrapped them like burritos, and they were so tasty.
Yeah.
Or the time that we made. How would you describe what we made?
It was kind of Asian-y, but not. Like, it wasn't a real Asian recipe.
It was like fusion.
Yes.
That's what it was. It was fusion. We took like peanut butter and sriracha sauce and Dijon mustard and
Oh, yeah.
fettuccine.
That was weird.
It was tasty though.
You
It
also had
sounds gross.
the Asian noodles that I think are gross, but like,
Udon?
yeah, oh my gosh, I hate those noodles so much. It was like
Udon
eating a
is-
worm. I was, ugh.
Udon's really tasty when you get it made in a restaurant. When you get the prepackaged stuff that's been sitting in your pantry for 2 months and you bought it from the Asian market, yeah, it's not so good.
Yeah.
It's not so good.
Speaking of experimentation in the kitchen, Jared.
Coolickles.
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 Lord.
Man, those things are where it's
Oh
at.
man, they're so good.
Oh, we need to
Things
make
are
some more of those
Ah,
things.
watermelon.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah. Get the
Watermelon.
I want to make grape
Don't
again.
you still have Kool-Aid?
We can. We have we can
Yeah.
buy some more grape packets and just make both.
Well, we have another. We still have a great packet.
You still need to get pickles.
Yeah, we need
Because
to
you
go
ate
get
an
pickles.
entire jar of pickles that was supposed to become Coolickles.
I like
but
pickles.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Pickles are good.
Those grape
Turns
gherkins.
bad.
Oh, and the pork tenderloin.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of things, Brendan, retrieve my hot sauce.
Yes.
We have to whiff it.
While Brendan lifts the hot sauce. Okay, so we made this pork tenderloin.
Oh, that was tasty.
Oh, it was so good.
But okay,
Cook the
note,
rice first.
You weren't here. Yes. Okay. Good.
Oh, I know. I ate it.
Oh gosh.
So
this is
what
big
we did, though,
thick hot sauce.
was we bought how much did you say it weighed, Jared? Like 4 or 5 pounds?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I think. Yeah,
About
I
a
think
5 pound tenderloin. About 2 of them. And we glazed one in honey and one in peach preservatives. And then we cut through the top like a baked potato.
Does it
We
smell
cut
like
the
mustard?
tenderloin open.
Uh-oh.
And then we put
I'm gonna regret this.
rice, like regular white rice, broccoli,
That's actually
Worcestershire sauce,
Really tasty.
and
That's actually
Philly.
really good. I like
Would you call it Philly meat?
I'm good.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
the best way
it
to
was like
describe it.
yeah, it was like what is it exactly? Is
Like
that meat called?
Filet. I don't know what it's
It was
called.
steak. It was
Yeah.
like a really thin cut steak.
Yeah, really thin steak that you would normally put in Phillies. Philly cheesesteaks.
We're
And we
passing
put all
around a
that-
giant pretzel jar of hot sauce.
And we baked it for like an hour and a half, and it came out awesome. And at like 350, by the way.
I wanted on
Make
everything
sure
now.
that the pork is about 145 before you pull it out.
Yeah,
And,
pulled out. That's like important.
yeah.
'cause it's-
Also, make sure you cook the rice prior, because we didn't cook the rice because we thought that the fat and the juices from the pork would fill the rice up with the water that would normally
Brendan
be filled
is
up with,
hugging the jar.
and it didn't
It's
really like the rice was cooked, but it wasn't like they
it
weren't
wasn't
full.
as
It
good
was still
as it
grainy,
should have. Yeah.
which could have been better. But oh man, it was so good. Oh, it was delicious.
It was some good stuff.
Yeah, next time we get another pork thing, we're going to slow cook it in barbecue sauce.
And then there's when
yeah.
Jared
Yeah.
makes roast.
Let me know when you guys do that. I will come.
Oh, when Jared makes roast.
I didn't get to whiff. Gosh, Brendan,
I stole it all.
you whiffed it.
when
Steal it.
Jared makes roast. If things don't work out with
Thank
him
you,
and
my
his
mom.
woman, we are going to all marry him. It will be a polygamous marriage.
Whoa! I'm related to him
Not
already.
you.
Whoa.
I'm talking about his roommates.
I'm not a Mormon. Sorry.
Wait, you don't want your own
I am going to marry
No.
Jared for his pork roast. Not pork roast, it's a beef roast. I lied. It's a beef roast. I will marry him for his roast. But Noah is his brother, so that doesn't work. He can't marry Jared.
Whoa.
We're not that kind of society.
Okay.
how
on
good
another
the
note.
roast
On another
is.
note. I have a question
Okay.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And this is really, people may hate it, people may love it. I don't really care. Okay. Let's say, okay, we legalize gay marriage, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
All 50
Okay.
states.
So now the whole precipice.
Rainbows everywhere.
Hold on.
Yes,
The whole
interrupting.
the whole precipice behind this argument was, how can you tell me who to love?
Mhm.
Okay, love doesn't really choose. Whatever. Why can't with that train of thought? Okay,
Mhm.
why can't you marry Jared? Like it's, I mean, everyone,
that- yeah,
everyone who
yeah.
just heard
See,
that
I
was
mean,
probably,
that's
"Ew,
gross.
Yeah,
But you are
that's what
correct.
I'm saying,
Like,
though.
there's if you
Or
have
for
that
matter,
argument.
why can't I marry a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
No,
or why
it's-
can't I marry
that-
someone who's dead?
The only time the
Or an
concept
animal.
the concept
Or the Eiffel Tower.
between all of that,
Yeah.
the difference is that society would probably deem that the 6-year-old is too young to make these decisions, and so that's why pedophilia would still be a thing, or bestiality because the animal can't consciously consent, kind of thing. Okay, I'm okay with those arguments, but
Yeah.
anytime someone hears incest, they get that little chill down their spine, like ew, gross. But honestly, there's no difference, and
It
I'm
really isn't.
disclaimer. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in gay marriage. I don't believe there is such a thing as gay marriage because, biblically speaking, and it is a biblical Christian thing /
Yeah.
Jewish thing.
Yeah.
Marriage is between a man and a woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just
And-
how it is religiously, and it's not a legal concept. It's not a society thing. Society took it from our religion.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
society took it from
Right.
church, and I think really the annoying thing is people never do this, but it's like you need to like look where it came from and say, okay, what is it based from? Where did it
Right.
come from? And if you do that, you realize it's clearly one
Right.
man, one woman. That's it.
Now, outside of the theological discussion that we're
Yeah.
about to get into,
We
Let's-
foresaw this.
right? But outside of the theological discussion, if you are a proponent for gay marriage, you are a hypocrite if you are not a proponent for incest, because flat out, it's the same concept,
Yeah.
You can't tell me who to love.
right?
Yeah.
And so, for it to be illegal for incestual marriages, that's hypocrisy for gay marriage. It's a double standard.
Yeah.
It's true.
So,
Yeah.
I hate America, by the way.
How do people get away with polygamy?
It's a religious concept,
So the first one is legal and everything after that is a civil?
kind of. Well, the whole thing is it all is based off the First Amendment. All right, freedom of religion.
Yeah.
Mormons technically can legally be married to multiple people because their religion says that this is good and okay.
Oh, so
You
it's
see what I'm
like
saying?
the true believer
Right.
exemption.
It's the true believer test.
Okay,
Yes.
like
And
how
you have
cults
to-
can get away with certain
That's
things.
why
because true
that's why
believer-
if you are a Native American and you have a documented proof, you can legally smoke weed anywhere.
Oh yeah. That
And the
was
peyote,
case
right?
Was
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was the whole peyote case. I had that
Yeah.
in con law this year.
Um,
I'm trying to think exactly. The state can still prosecute you for things if there's outside repercussions for
like
it.
felony
Mhm.
possession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
that
but
kind of
there's
stuff,
still a
or-
limit. Like,
Yeah. No,
like you
it's
can't
like
distribute it,
you-
but you can use it yourself.
yeah, you can use
So-
it and everything, and like you can have the whole religious ceremonies. But if you get in an accident or something after using it or whatever, you're still getting charged. with it.
Mhm. Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
They'll
But-
throw the book at you, as they should.
No, yeah. But yeah, so as a society, Americans are hypocritical regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that in everywhere. It's not just like people who don't believe in God or people who do believe in God or gays or anyone over any racial argument ever. Everyone's a hypocrite. Like except for me, because I'm the exception. of course.
Obviously.
But yeah, I see hypocrisy everywhere, and but it's stupid because the whole point of your argument isn't necessarily that you want to feel justice. It's more so you want what you want, and so you're gonna fight to get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nothing else. It's really nothing else.
Yeah.
So, because again, like I said, the whole double standard with incest and gay marriage. Because most gay people would probably be like, that's gross.
Mm.
To who? To you? Because I think kissing a dude is kind of gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From my perspective, I mean, it's just something that I really don't want to do.
Yeah.
And, I don't hate gay people. I love gay people. The same as I love straight people. Or any other person ever.
Yeah.
So, I'm not a hater. But,
Don't agree with you.
yeah. And that's okay. Like, if you hate me for what I believe, that's cool too, because I really don't care. But I don't hate you. But I will say that if you don't support incest and you support gays, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So, suck it. I'm going to get more pasta. And,
Is there more pasta?
yeah, there's a little bit more.
There was a good bit when I came in. But I don't know.
Well, I had another bowl too.
Oh, you guys use bowls? I just grabbed a plate and threw some on a plate. Well, boom.
You're
Done.
weird.
I've always eaten pasta on a plate. That's how it's always been for me.
There's actually not enough for a full bowl. That makes me sad.
Speaking of hypocrite, though, that brings up an interesting line of discussion.
Okay. Do tell.
We're gonna get into some questionable territory here.
Hold on, I need to go pee first.
Oh, he's gotta pee.
Are we
Okay.
getting into some confessionals here?
No, but people are gonna be like, Ryan, really, you're so provocative with your viewpoints, and your blue hair, and your pierced ears, and your desire to get tattoos upon your body. Wow!
Whoa!
Holy crap!
Get it out now before bed.
Literal crap!
Dude, did something come out with that one?
Was it a baby?
Oh my word.
Did you just poop a
Oh
baby?
my gosh, that baby you had the other day, that will live in that thing will live in infamy. That
Lord!
You're
the reason we have an elephant head on our wall. You farted and it died.
I don't know where that came from.
That was
man.
your butt. That's where it came from.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. It just fell out.
Do we need to... It just fell out? What fell out?
The fart.
If something fell out, you need to go to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
Oh my word,
That sounded worse than that fart.
Mother of Christ!
That's Mary.
I know! Mary and Joseph and the brothers.
James.
James! Son of Joseph.
Yeah. I was like, where are you going to go with that? I feel better though.
But no. Hypocrisy, or I guess not necessarily hypocrisy, but aggressive legalism in the church and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there are certain things you can be legalistic about, and that's okay. But as Christians, I think that they do take it way too far in some instances.
Yeah.
In some instances, I think they don't. Like, for instance, let me think of something. Well, okay. I don't really. Here's something that I don't necessarily have a standpoint on yet. Because it's just been brought to my attention. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tithing. All right. This
Okay,
is a great legalistic viewpoint. Okay.
You go to
Now-
the wave and it's
now-
all they can talk about.
Scripturally speaking, just scripturally speaking, tithing is technically an Old Testament pre-Jesus Christ
Yeah.
being crucified concept.
Yeah.
But
Okay, but offerings are different. Okay,
Yeah.
because technically the New Testament talks about being a cheerful giver and offering what God's put on your heart. Okay,
Yeah.
so now here's the thing though. There's a lot of churches. The one that I go to, including, believe in tithing. Okay, they believe in bringing your first 10% to God because you owe it and essentially it's just to control your desires for money. But the whole thing is that there's a lot of people that believe, and I don't know where I stand yet, theologically speaking, because it's something I'm still mulling over. But
Yeah.
a lot of people say that's an Old Testament concept, and so we do not legally or legalistically have to give 10% of all that we have every time we get paid to the church,
Yeah.
because that's an Old Testament concept. Okay,
Yeah.
because the New Testament is based off of grace,
Yeah.
and not the law.
Um,
So that's where, it's one of those things. It's like, how legalistic do you be with that? Is this concept new to the new covenant, or do we stick to the old
Yeah.
covenant because it's some moralistic reasoning behind it?
Yeah. Well, you do have that spot where Jesus says we're to see the things that are Caesar and the things to God that are God.
Right.
And I think when it comes to tithe and stuff, it's also an act of faith when you say,
Mhm.
here's 10% of my income.
Absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't want to have that extra 10% to spend on whatever?
Right.
You know, and
Of course.
especially like if things are really tight. But I think when you do that and you're giving it to him, you're saying, I'm acting in faith, God, this is yours.
Right.
And I'll trust you take care of me.
Now,
And-
personally, I am a huge advocate for tithing.
Yeah.
I'm a huge advocate for giving, because I do believe flat out God blesses you for that.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
I
not
agree.
necessarily an act of works, but it's just like one of those things where like it's a promise of God
Yeah.
that if you give to the church, He will bless you,
Yeah.
and so you're reacting to that promise by fulfilling your requirement for that.
Okay.
I don't think it's just a spirit of giving in general, because I mean, there's the verses talking about like you give a cup of water to someone, and
Right.
that will be
Yeah.
blessed.
It's different
That's
though because
Matthew 25. Like
Yeah.
when you
Sounds
fed
right.
me, when you fed me, or when you fed the poor, you fed me. When you,
right.
Yeah.
Now the whole thing is though is that's a different concept because money is a vice. Okay. Money is actually mentioned more times in the Bible than in anything else, even salvation. Okay, because it's such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So a spirit of giving can include giving money, but it doesn't always include that because money's kind of different. Okay, because money is, especially in today's culture, which, or in American culture, I should say, because, but like throughout all of history, when currency existed, like,
Yeah.
it was just, people are materialistic. By
Yeah.
nature, we are materialistic. And there's nothing wrong with having things.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is we become slaves to it. And so, are you texting?
Maybe.
Are you texting during this podcast?
Oh, you're Snapchatting too.
Is
for
you
the
Snapchatting during this podcast?
Maybe a few times.
Give me your phone.
That is Brendan's vice, is the snap of chats.
Anyways,
In the middle of Diablo!
Sorry.
so yeah, so it's a little different because money's a very powerful.
Trying to run a freaking
Um,
dungeon.
Okay, Ryan.
We haven't done
It's
that in
okay.
a while.
You're okay.
Yeah, we got kind of burned out. Money is a very powerful. I want to use the word vice because it's been brought up in a lot of my classes lately, but it's just a powerful attraction to like pull you away from really anything else.
Yeah.
From your family, from God, from pretty much anything that won't make you money. And so, the spirit of giving doesn't necessarily have to include money when you have a spirit of giving, because money is on a different level of generosity. That has to be with like it's a heart and identity change, where a spirit of giving is just like you're generous. So it's kind of like they're not one and the same, but they kind of coincide with each other, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it just depends.
Great, we could have a whole other podcast about this.
Oh, we could. I'm all about talking about some theology.
Oh, I am too.
We probably should.
We should. Yeah.
That'll be the next one.
Okay.
Well, I'll stay up for another hour and we can have another podcast.
All right. So we'll sign off for this one. Ryan.
Noah.
Jared.
Brendan.
Randy.
And this has been Out the Nose and in the Mouth.
Booyah!